Hello, welcome to Failfection. This is Joel God. I'm your host, and like every show, we're gonna go ahead and kick off today's show with today's quote. Today's quote comes from Robert F. Kennedy, and it is: "Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly." So that's pretty much what we do here at Failfection. We do hope you guys, hope to achieve very greatly. But if you do fail, we do have, um, you know, uh, reach out here, and we're trying to create a network for professionals, and everybody really to come together and share those stories. Those failure stories, those success stories that have came from learning, which can be considered a loss or a failure, because those are all learning moments, and we do like to look at them like that here at Failfection. And we do like helping people that do fail, and we want to create a network, like I was saying, to kind of solidify that group effort in helping the next guy. And that's really what we're all about, and we do really like this quote. This quote really speaks to the company. So, good quote. Now, first topic for today, Elon Musk, right? So everybody knows Elon Musk. Everybody knows Tesla. Everybody knows SpaceX. He has a bunch of other small projects that you guys may have not heard about, or just haven't gotten the publicity that his other projects got. So one being the Boring Company. Now, the Boring Company is kind of, I feel like, his catch-all, where he can do a bunch of random different things. And he actually, for example, 2 years ago, he made a flamethrower, and he actually sold it. It was a limited run, and those are fetching upwards to a couple grand online now. So limited edition flamethrower. But that just kind of show you how random the Boring Company is, right? Now, on the other hand, the Boring Company was also heading a project in LA with creating an underground tunnel system. And this is something that Elon Musk touched on a while ago, about an underground tunnel system and how it'd be amazing. He actually said in a video that I saw, demoing the underground tunnel system that he made, and it was just a short tunnel system for just a demonstration, but he was saying that he kind of like just dropped hints of that idea just so somebody else could pick up and do it. And he actually didn't want to do it. He felt like he already had his hands tied with a lot of other different things. So the fact that he still was able to do this, it's truly a testament to the man, the workaholic that he is. Now, back to the aim of this show, right? Now, we're using this topic to kind of gear it towards how you should kind of manage your work life, right? Now, he's on the extreme end. He's a owner, CEO level person, making billions. He is a billionaire, and he still will put in 80 hours of work in a week, and it's insane. But he is that kind of guy. Now, you don't have to be exactly like him, but you kind of want to mimic his work ethic, or at least try to create a work ethic that is similar to his. He's a workhorse. He does make sure that work is done. So he actually sleeps in the factory, so his dedication is second to none. But when you're talking scaling that, you want to scale that and somehow manage your life in a way that Elon Musk manages his, right? You want to be able to be proficient and be very fluent, and make sure that you have multi dimensions, right? You don't want to be one dimensional. You want to be very multi-dimensional. You want to have so many different possible ways to either earn income or just something that you feel like can benefit you in life, um, in the future. You know what I mean? So it's all about educating yourself and showing yourself new things, and actually, finding a hobby, finding an interest. That's always a good way to, kind of manage that work life, but also gain kind of something in the dimensional aspect that we were talking about. You kind of, gain a talking point in a conversation. You kind of, gain some life experience points. You kind of, like, you're able to kind of manage a little bit more of what you do, and kind of adds a little bit more to your personality. You know what I mean? And that's always good, right? Now, back to this Elon Musk story. It is crazy, but what I mean by managing a work-life balance, obviously work is mandatory. You have to go to work. Everybody needs to earn money, but you do have to make time for yourself, and that's what we were talking about. Finding something that's good for you, such as a hobby, and trying to make yourself more than one-dimensional, right? So it's really just finding something for yourself. So life comes first, right? Work is something that you have to do, but life, you have to make sure you're good first, right? So you want to make sure you're taken care of. Obviously, exercise, all that. Get good sleep, and practice good health, practice good hygiene. Obviously, we're all adults, and pretty much just make sure that you're taking care of yourself mentally, because after a while, doing something for so long, working, you can go through a loop, and your brain just becomes stagnant, right? Nothing's moving, there's no working parts, and you really just want to kind of refresh every now and again. So it's good to learn something new, and that's kind of why I touch on that almost every episode. You always kind of want to keep gaining knowledge, regardless of what it is. If you're learning a program on your computer, or something that you have interest in, learn graphic design, get Photoshop, something along those lines. Like if you want to do computer aided design, get SketchUp, or something AutoCAD. You're able to create something. You could do architecture, you could create products, and you can get them 3D printed all on SketchUp. It's things to look forward to. You're able to actually make something, right? And get it physically. It's crazy, but people are able to do that, and some of these people are self-taught. They're self-taught straight off of YouTube, and it's crazy that you're able to do that now online. So you have to pretty much manage that work-life balance, and the work-life balance always, life is going to come first. You always want to make sure that the star player in your field is good, and that's you. So moving on, we're talking more so about him working so much, but he also is very well versed, and he's very knowledgeable in all of his endeavors that he's involved in, right? All of his businesses, he's able to speak on them very intelligently. So I feel like if he's able to do all of that, right, on the level that he's been doing it on, I feel like us doing it is very, very easy, or at least it should be, right, in theory. So I feel like we should actually take a second to think about it, and if we just kind of scale it, we have almost nothing to worry about compared to what he has going on, right? He does have a lot on his plate. The average guy, me, you, whatever, we might have a lot on our plate, but we're able to still get things done, and that's pretty much the entire podcast. That's what I wanted to get the point across. Really, I wanted to get the point across that if a billionaire CEO owner level guy is putting in 80 hours a week when he doesn't need to, Hey, the average guy's only putting in 40 hours a week, right? What are you doing with that other 40? So, that pretty much brings us to the end of the podcast. This was a short one, but we do want to go over, like I said, every episode we go over the movie of the month, and movie of the month is Aquaman, filmed by DC. It is DC's best grossing film yet. I loved it. Um, it's been up for a week now. This is going to be 1 week that we had the movie of the month. So as soon as 4 weeks go by, we're going to go ahead and switch that up for you guys. But let us know if you want to do that more frequently, because we can change that if you guys let us know. Now, that wraps it up for today's podcast. It's been great having you guys. My name's Joel Delgado. You've been listening to Failfection. Signing off.